All right, guys, how you doing? It's Friday. We made it to the weekend, and well, this is your Friday edition of Sweet Tea with Don B. So, as you all know, I've been covering the Summer Wells case. Used to live in Kingsport. Used to live up there for years, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really have an impact on the case. It's just I know the area very well, but and it makes me a local. So, and when the Amber Alert and everything come out, I was like, wow, that's the closest. Because normally when we get an Amber Alert, or when I used to get an Amber Alert on my phone, it would always be, Memphis, Chattanooga. It'd be nowhere near East Tennessee. And when this happened, not only was it close, it was very close to, the area that I lived at. And I was like, man, this one really hits home. This is a very close regional Amber Alert here. So that's what kind of got me interested in it. So I started following it, and now I'm covering it on YouTube. So, without any further ado, let's get into the meat and taters. And before I do all that, thank you to all my subs, members, all that. And I got some video clips at the end of this that you do not want to miss. I threw some video clips together that, in my opinion, really puts things into perspective when you look at the case as a whole, especially if you were, a police officer, investigator, CPS, district attorney, at the very beginning of this investigation. These clips that I play at the end of the video here, in my opinion, really puts things into perspective. I was like, man, what can I find to maybe, because when I think about this case, it's so bad, like words can't really describe it. You know what I mean? All the stuff that we've heard and seen throughout the case, it's almost like words can't describe it. So, and that's where I was at. So I decided to find some video clips that basically put things into perspective for me, spoke for what I was thinking. You know what I mean? So at the end of this video, you'll see those video clips, and after watching it, at the end of the video, what I want you to do is tell me how those video clips made you feel. How does it make you feel about the case? How does it make you feel about certain people involved in the case? Let me know how you feel about how you think it, all this information affects the people actually working the case. From Pruitt, the detectives, to CPS, to the district attorney. Let me know what you think about these video clips, and how that, if you were one of them, like the district attorney, the detective working the case. Let me know how it would make you feel. Let me know if it really puts things into perspective for you guys about the Summer Wells case. So, but before that, I just want to go over a few things here, okay? There's been some news on YouTube recently come out that Don and Grandus supposedly took a trip to Wisconsin very early on in this investigation. And I just want to say that I call BS on it. Because like always, guys, every time something new comes out, here we are like almost 2.5 years later. Why now? Why 2.5 years later? When this information has been out there, supposedly, this new information, you know, why wasn't this new information released 2 years ago about Don and Grandus supposedly going to Wisconsin? See, this is what makes me. This is what makes the Summer Wells case a mess on YouTube. You know what I mean? And here's another question I've got pertaining to, you know, because everybody, you know, most everybody, I think, is under the assumption that, you know, Don, Candus, and Grandus, you know what happened to Summer, or know more than they're saying, you know, allegedly. So I got to thinking, and the way Don and Candus and Grandus operate and the way they think, maybe in committing a crime, this is a great question that they would probably be, you know, putting out there. This is a scenario, and this is probably their mindset during all this. Why would we be the perpetrators if we reported Summer missing? You know what I mean? I can definitely see Don, you know, in my opinion, having that mentality. Maybe all of them. You know, why would we be the perpetrators if we reported her missing? You know, it's a mentality thing. No, we can't be the perpetrators. We reported her missing, so we can't be the perpetrators. I just wonder if that was part of the mindset, you know what I mean? And the other thing, when reflecting on this case and trying to make sense of it, is, you know, everybody's, you know, there's always that question, where's Summer? Where's Summer? From day one, where's Summer? And, you know, later on, we heard Detective Pruitt say on WJHL that he thinks Summer may be close by. Now, I wonder if there is something Pruitt's seen or heard that makes him think Summer may be close by. So at the end of the video, let me know in the comments what if you think that Pruitt, by him making that statement, let me know if you think he's either seen or heard something in the course of this investigation that makes him think that, you know what I mean? I believe they know a lot, and I know they're coming across as, you know, we've heard them say it multiple times. Well, we're still no farther along than day one, you know what I mean? I think they're a little bit further along than day one, in my opinion. I think they're a lot further along than day one. And I think, as the district attorney says, the players, I believe the players in this investigation know it too. And last, in these clips that I'm gonna play, you hear Jody Sue say that Andy watched them beat Summer. My question is, well, he allegedly watched them beat Summer. Did Andy tell police he watched them beat her, as Jody Sue claims? And if he did, did that, along with other witness statements, have an impact on the Amber Alert being issued? because, and you'll hear it in these video clips. Leslie Earhart says, an endangered child alert is where the child is just in general danger. The Amber Alert is issued when the child is in imminent danger of harm or death. So, were there some witness statements that the police gathered that made them like this, possibly? That made them go, because when you got one person saying it, that's just one person. But if you get multiple people saying that Summer was being beaten, then, the stakes get a lot higher. You know what I mean? So I wonder if multiple witness statements about Summer maybe being abused had a impact on the Amber Alert being issued. You know what I mean? So guys, that's it. So here's the video clips, and again, after watching these video clips, what I want you to do is comment and let me know. Let me know if you think these video clips really puts the Summer Wells investigation into perspective. Kind of sums it up. Gives you a lot to think about. There's a lot to think about there with these, statements being said by various people, even law enforcement. And it makes you realize just how serious this is. We all hope Summer will be found alive and well, but when Leslie Earhart says, the child is in imminent danger of bodily harm or death, kind of sums it up right there, don't it? So let me know what you think, guys. I appreciate you for tuning in for this episode. Thanks for all the thoughts and prayers. They're making arrangements, so I'm letting the family decided to pick a few people out of the family to go make the arrangements. So they're doing that, and again, I'm just helping them with the the emotional support part of it. So thanks for all the thoughts and prayers, appreciate it, and back on here again, we'll be covering this Summer Wells case and see it through, and well, we'll see what happens. I'll see y'all next video.
Y'all go over there and ask why exactly it is he was selling drugs to the children. Why he was potentially causing little girls over there to be sedated and to be touched. Know that he was selling to the actual children, over there. But then that Candus was getting it for the kids too. So you go ask him why he was selling drugs to those children, and to Candus for the children. Go ask. And ask him what type other than weed. Looks so sweet.
Jody Sue also said that Andy knew Summer was being beaten and that he saw signs of SA.
She wouldn't be fucking gone if he had just done something. He would have had the proof everybody else who called in didn't. It's that simple. But he hid it from everybody. He fucking hid it. Wow. After she vanished, then he tells me he watched them beat her. Never said a fucking word. So, but he hid the abuse happening this summer. And he may have very well helped with other very bad things. Or he wouldn't have hid the abuse happening to her. He wouldn't have turned a blind eye when we kept seeing her pull at herself and stuff in some of the last days. I
want to start with the Summer Wells case in Tennessee and the reason police were called back to that family's home recently.
Yeah, Marnie, police have been to that house before, and they were back at the house on Wednesday. According to the police reports, someone called 911, said that they heard fighting coming from the Wells home. When the deputies arrived, they say that Candus Wells, Summer's mom, said that Don Wells, Summer's dad, had hit her, put his hands around her neck, and pushed her up against the wall. The deputies said they didn't see
Bly filed an order of protection against Wells the following day, writing, quote, "I am afraid of being hurt. He is abusive physically and mentally toward me. I am afraid for my children and myself."
What goes into the decision of putting that Amber Alert out? Can you clarify the difference?
Sure. After the initial search and as we developed more information as part of the investigation, our team made the decision to elevate the alert to an Amber.
And what's the difference between those two alerts?
An endangered child alert is a mid-level alert where a child could potentially be in danger. An Amber Alert is, we issue those when we believe a child is in imminent danger of bodily harm or death, and it's the most severe alert.